Now that Selena Gomez is finally keeping things on the down low with her relationship, here is The Weeknd involving her in yet another brewing drama. So why is Abel trying to haul Selena in his new TV show? Well, it's out and everyone is looking forward to seeing what this new show called The Idol has in store for the fans and all the people who are excited to watch it. But you cannot launch or announce a show without expecting people to pick apart the inspiration behind it. Not if your ex was Selena Gomez. News has it that Selena Gomez was not happy with what The Weeknd did. We have known about this show for quite a while now and we are finally nearing the show. Well, it's an HBO show starring Lily Rose Depp. There are also a number of other A-listers who would be joining the cast, making it the talk of the town the first time that it was announced. But recently, it is becoming the talk of the town not because of the cast alone, but because people have some bad things to say about the show itself. A lot of reviews online are talking about how disturbing this series would likely turn out as it already premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. Many are also claiming that The Weeknd used his past relationship with Selgo as an inspiration to the show. And considering that there are a lot of people saying that it is bad, I bet that Selena herself would not be happy about this as well, especially when it's proven that there are some scenes referencing their past relationship. That's not all, but people are saying that the show also talks about Selena's struggles with addiction and popularity. Obviously, the Selenators are not happy with these rumors. You all know how protective this fandom is when it comes to Selena, and they're now starting to call out Abel for displaying such toxic behavior when they have broken up for years already. Well, I bet that if you've been following the relationship before and their breakup, you would know that this is not the first time that The Weeknd threw shade at Selena. As I've mentioned, people are already trying to discuss what the show would be like ever since the trailer was released. Lots of media outlets have reported about it, but one in particular created a buzz. It was a report from Rolling Stone pertaining to the show. For those who do not know, this series is created by the Euphorian director Sam Levinson and The Weeknd. Come on, Euphoria was controversial enough already, so everyone was expecting more boldness from this new show. As reported by Rolling Stones, it was originally directed by Amy Simmons. It was kinda sudden how she left the show, considering that it's almost 80% done by that time. According to the article, The Weeknd got Amy fired because he thought that the show had too much female perspective. Additionally, one insider who happened to be a former crew member of the show told the Rolling Stone it was like any rape fantasy that any toxic man would have in the show. This was after Sam filled in Amy's shoe. Movie critics have said their piece on the show, especially after it premiered at Cannes. According to a lot of them, the show was worse than what people imagined it would turn out to be. Robert Daniels, a known movie critic, wrote, "The Idol lacks the requisite self-awareness to be much of anything really. It's the extension of a music star's misplaced self-belief of his potential movie star credentials. In short, it's crude, gross, and sadist." Because of talks like this going around online, fans cannot help but point out what is wrong with Sam and The Weeknd. Lots of people are actually calling them weirdos. Reading about what people were saying about the show was also disturbing, especially for those who have seen the premiere. To make matters worse, there are now reports connecting Selena to the show, saying that Abel was inspired by his past with her. I mean, that's not just weird, but really cringy as well. But before we get deeper into the video, if you love Selena Gomez and also thinks that she should not be dragged into this, then continue watching and make sure that you subscribe to our channel already. I will always keep you posted about the latest happenings in their lives and more. What's bothering a lot of Selena's fans is the possibility that he's also using some of the private details that Selena shared with him when they were still together. This admission just made things even more problematic. Another thing that people notice is the resemblance of the story of the main character Jocelyn, played by Lily Rose, to Selena's story, especially when she had to cancel her revival tour because she was having problems with her mental health. This was familiar to Jocelyn's story. It was also discussed online about the rumors of Selena's substance abuse back then. Though it was never confirmed, this has been going on even before when she was rumored to enter rehab in October of 2016. Apparently, in the first episode of the show, Jocelyn was struggling to portray a sexy image to still keep her career. Well, if you're wondering how this is related to Selgo, then some of you might remember that in 2022, Selena talked about how it worries her that people would only look at her as a Disney star. Gomez also mentioned, "I don't want him to think he signed some fucking Disney kid." Well, that's why when she came back to the limelight, she tried to portray a sexier role. She must have been afraid to still be viewed like an innocent teenager. Do you think that Selena still feels troubled every time she remembers that shoot? It's so far from her image that we're used to anyway. I would love to know your thoughts, so comment them down below. Anyway, we all know that the whole series was not inspired by Selena alone. There is certainly more inspiration from others as well, but it would not justify the Weeknd's decision to drag Selgo into this mess, considering that this is a real issue that someone out there is also going through. He should never have taken these things lightly, knowing that Selena must have felt terrible to go through all of that stuff. It was supposed to be private, yet here he is trying to make money from other people's struggles. As mentioned by a lot of people online, the first episode featured Jocelyn shooting a nude cover. People realized that it must have been inspired by the shot of Selena for her album Revival. Selena hinted before that the cover was not how she wanted it to be, just like Jocelyn in the show, who does not approve of the shoot as well. According to Selena, she felt uncomfortable shooting it and that she was not happy with coming back with a more provocative and sexier image. In her interview, she said, "There was pressure to seem more adult on my album Revival. I felt the need to show skin. I really don't think I was that person." Because of these connections and resemblance between some of Selena's experiences in her career and Jocelyn's character in The Idol, people cannot help but wonder if The Weeknd really took inspiration to some of the hardest parts of Selena's life. It seemed unfair, to be honest, and anyone would definitely be mad to be outed like that. Come on, if Selena wanted people to see that part of her, she would have openly talked about that. But nope, he should know how to keep such secrets and information. Even without the Selena narrative, the show is still very disturbing and objectifying. Once it is out on HBO, I bet that this will create a buzz for all the wrong reasons. Well, if Abel really did use Selena's personal experiences that were shared to him, what could be the possible reason behind it? Some are saying that he must still be angry at her. Their breakup was not messy, but we all know that he was not the love of her life either. In the Weeknd song, Call Out My Name, people also noticed right away that this was meant for Selena. He basically accused her of using him. Now, fans think that what Abel felt for Selena when they were still dating was much deeper than what we all expected. I mean, we get it though if he's bitter and all that, but it's still weird for him to use Selena's struggles in the show. What was he trying to accomplish in doing so? Many were even saying that The Weeknd was willing to give his kidney to Selena and that it was what he meant in one of the lines in a song. But a source debunked this already, saying it's just a lyric and he knew it would strum up attention and the people would interpret it exactly as they have. Selena would never ever have asked him. With regards to Selena's take on The Idol, insiders close to the songstress are saying that Selena was disgusted with what he did and that she could not even stomach to watch the show once it aired. Many fans are still calling out Abel because the show is likely a representation of what he is and what goes on in his mind. That's so creepy though. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out these videos.